not coming second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
But we certainly had enough.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Pats at the line ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 1st down, Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A big play there for the Patriots.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Mixon. Now give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Pushing his way through. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Space to run past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Look at the juke. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. Jordan Poyer, the league's leading tackler among safeties last year, in to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the delay, here's Breida. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah,
they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Moss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Singletary again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They stay on the ground. Here's Bolden again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Mixon. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they will take a knee here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Buffalo, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew,